I'm having like the time of my life. I don't know what to do with myself right now. Hello, my wonderful friends. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Sarzana, and today we are going to do a spoiler-filled video of a very anticipated read, something that has been kind of blowing up over the past year or so. And I'm just very late to the game, but I've been wanting to read this book for so long. I figured we could do like a spoiler-filled video. I can take you guys along with me as I read it, and I think we could just have a good old time. So the book that I want to read in this vlog is Fourth Wing. I am holding up two copies here. I just don't know which one I want to physically read. I have like the Christmas edition, and I have like the original first edition that came out. I feel like I shouldn't read this one because I want to like cherish it. I find this to be very special to me because it is the first edition, and I like don't want to mess it up. I don't want to touch it, and I'm going to be physically reading it, so I just don't want to mess it up. I think I'm going to be reading this edition, and she is beautiful, and I can't wait to read it. For those of you that hasn't had a chance to see this, we have end papers in here, and I love the end papers. It's like the same on both ends, and we have our regular black sprayed edges. I think it's very beautiful. I'm not a fan of reading books that are a part of an incomplete series, mostly because I like to binge things. I don't like to wait to complete a series. If I want to finish it, I want to have all the books there for me, you know? I just hate waiting. I'm very impatient. So it's going to be really difficult for me to start the series and have to wait for the next few books. I also have Iron Flame, but I don't know if I want to read that in this vlog or not. I think I'm just going to keep it for Fourth Wing. I only know like the basics of it. I have tried very hard to stay away from any kind of spoilers. It has blown up over the past year. I think we have someone named Xaden and someone named Violet. They're like the main characters in this book. So that's all I kind of know. I know that they are a part of a school called Basgiath, and they are training to be dragon riders. I know that Violet originally wanted to be like a scribe or something. Sorry if you hear my kids screaming. My goodness. It is summertime, so all my kids are here. It's great. Anyways, yes, so all I know is that they are a part of a dragon rider school, Basgiath, and Violet wanted to be a scribe, but her mom forced her to be a dragon rider, and that's all I kind of know. Yeah, so I am going to dive into this, and I will update you guys as I read it, and I will try to give you some live reactions. I'm really excited to read this book, so I can't wait to just dive into it and take you guys on this journey with me. If you guys have not read this, just please know that this is going to be spoiler filled, and I don't want to spoil you, so please go into it knowing that I will be spoiling things, and if you don't want to be spoiled, this is your time to exit the video. Maybe I will do another video along with this video so that I can give you guys a non-spoiler review on this. I am really excited to read Fourth Wing. I am gonna go ahead and read this, and I will give you guys an update as I have an update for you. Alright, bye. Hello my friends, I am checking in about Fourth Wing, and I have gotten into chapter 3 so far. I'm on chapter 3 right now, and chapter 1 was like so long, but nice. So far I saw Violet getting prepared with her sister Mira. Mira is her older sister, and apparently they had an older brother who was killed when he went through this training, and their mom, she's like forcing Violet to become a rider, and she was training to be a scribe like her father, but her father sadly passed away. Now she is forced to become a rider. She has some kind of a health issue. I didn't really pick up on that unless I like missed it for whatever reason, but it seems like she has some kind of a health issue which is supposed to make her like weaker. But her mom had mentioned something about her being in pain by the afternoon more than her sister has throughout like her entire training or something like that. Don't quote me on that because I could definitely be mixing up my words. Yeah, so she's been forced to become a writer, and her sister does her hair in a braid. She gives her a rubber boot that has more of a grip because she's going to be climbing like a mountain or something, and she takes out a bunch of books from her backpack and makes her carry only the necessities her sister like helps her prepare for the next portion of her training. We meet Xaden, and instantly enemies to lover, but like Violet has like a super quick attraction to him, and I ate their interaction up. It was perfect. I love enemies to lovers. That gives me these vibes, and these vibes were giving. Then Violet meets some girl named Rhiannon. She's also, I could be saying her name wrong, sorry. Rhiannon is climbing the mountain with Violet, and Violet notices that she has shoes that are like totally flat, so there's like no grip to them. So she lends one of her boots to her, so she has a chance of getting by. It's so sweet that she did that because she is helping someone else out. In this, it's supposed to be like you and no one else kind of thing. And we see someone else die, some boy named Dylan. He was also climbing with them, slipping, and he dies. Then we meet this guy named Jack, and he's a total jerk. He pushes some kid off the mountain and kills him, and then he's like after Violet too. And the way chapter 2 ended, it was literally with Violet having her dagger piercing the first layer of Jack's pants because he was like trying to kill her, and she had just made it to where the other riders were, and he was trying to kill her, and she was telling him the rules. And apparently when you're in like a group of other riders, you can't kill a rider or something like that. Like you have to be like in a fight or duel or whatever. Jack is furious and he wants to kill her, and that's how it kind of ended. I'm really enjoying this so far. This is insane. I'm really loving this. My Libby hold came in yesterday for Fourth Wing, so I'm like listening to it while I'm working. I'm at my desk, but as I'm working, I'm like listening to it, and I wish I could just sit here and read this the entire time because it's so good. That was pretty long for like the initial update, but I'm gonna continue reading and I'll give you guys an update when I have more of an update for you. Hello friends, I'm in bed reading Fourth Wing, having a good old time. So much has happened. I am like on chapter 11 and I've gotten kind of far. I was listening to the audiobook while I was like cleaning and stuff. I'm having the best time ever. The enemies to lovers is enemying, if that's a word, and I'm just having the best time ever. Like Xaden is our typical bad boy, and Xaden and Violet, they're like supposed to dislike each other, but they actually, like, she's very attracted to him, and he is very, I don't know what he's like because we don't get his POV, and it's really upsetting me that I'm not getting more. I'm very upset that we're not getting other POVs. I really wish we were because it would just make the story so much better. However, the way Xaden is towards Violet, he is her wing leader and Dane is the squad leader. So Violet technically answers to Dane, who answers to Xaden. And Dane is like Violet's best friend. She thinks he's good looking or whatever, but like when she looks at Xaden, she's like, oh wow, he's so good looking. Violet knows that she shouldn't be looking at him, but she finds him very attractive, and there's so much going on like with their training and stuff. I'm surprised Violet has gotten as far as she has. So Violet fought Imogen and Imogen broke her shoulder. This happened initially when they were like sparring. She broke her freaking shoulder because Imogen was mad at the fact that Violet was there, and Violet's mom is the reason why Imogen's mom and sister, I think, are dead. It's like that for a lot of kids that are in Beskayeth. There was like some kind of a war or something something from what I've gathered. And during that war, there was people that were moving away from the way that they're doing things currently in this government because they were rebelling. They killed off the parents and signed those kids up to become riders in this school. It's like a death sentence for them in a way because not a lot of people survive. So it's like punishing their kids for something the parents did, which is so wrong. So Violet came across Xaden having a few conversations with some of the other classmates. Apparently, they're all kids from the parents that were murdered for the rebellion. And all he's doing is like looking out for them, making sure that they survive, basically. They're not doing anything to start a war or anything crazy like that. They're doing everything they're supposed to do. They're like staying together because other people aren't so fond of them. There's like a lot going on. I'm here for like the romance and I'm here for the action. It's like Hunger Game-esque, and it's also reminding me of Feyre Under the Mountain. If you read ACOTAR, giving me a combination of everything and throw in some freaking dragons, and there you have it. So I'm having like the time of my life. I'm really curious who Violet's dragon is going to be because I've heard through the grapevines that Violet is going to get a dragon, and I'm really curious who it's going to be. There was like a black dragon or something that has like almost like a club tail, I think. And I feel like that's going to be her dragon, but I could be wrong. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see who gets what dragon. Violet has lost some friends through some of the training sessions that they've had. So I'm really curious as to see who else survives. I'm just having a grand old time, and I'm going to keep reading this, and I will give you guys more of an update when I have an update for you. But my goodness, this book is so good. I can't put it down. I like want to take my time reading it, but at the same time, I want to know what happens next. So I'm like reading it faster than I want to. Now I see what everyone went through when they finished this book and they wanted the next book, which is Iron Flame. I hate starting series when they're not finished. I hate having to wait. I'm so scared. I'm so scared to see what happens. Alright, my friends, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to reading, and I will catch you guys later and give you an update when I have an update for you. Bye. Hello, my wonderful friends. I am checking in about Fourth Wing. I am absolutely hating it. Just kidding. I'm loving it. It is so good. I can't put this book down. If I'm not reading it, I'm thinking about this book. When I woke up this morning, I was thinking about reading this book. I was so mad that I had to start work. I have been thinking about this nonstop. I have been so busy today, so I didn't really get to do much reading. I think I read almost like 10 chapters after I checked in with you guys last night, and I'm on chapter 22 right now. I'm a little bit more than halfway through. So many things have happened. We've lost riders. We've had people attacking Violet for her dragons. Yes, I said dragons, that as in plural, as in she has more than one. She has 2 dragons. I'm so happy for her because she deserves it. She worked so hard to get to where she is, and I don't like Dane very much anymore. He's looking out for her and he's her friend, but he's also like putting her down and stuff. And Violet has been going through a lot, and there's a lot of people trying to kill her, trying to take her dragons. Her and Xaden are becoming closer in a way. They're not friends necessarily because her dragon is Terran, which is Violet's dragon being mated to Xaden's dragon. They're all kind of like intertwined, and they're just stuck together because it's very rare for dragons to be mated, and I love that it's a thing in this book. It's adorable. And Violet was trying to save the golden dragon, Andarna, and Violet was getting her ass handed to her, even though she did do some damage. It was 3 men, including Jack Barlow, I hate him, and 2 of his other cronies, and they were trying to like jump her and kill her. They were trying to originally kill Andarna, the dragon, the golden dragon, and she's like a Feathertail, which is like a baby dragon. She's only 2 years old. Like, what? So they were trying to kill Andarna, and Violet came across this knowledge, so she went to run interference, and they were trying to like kill her and the dragon and Andarna, and then Xaden came through, and Xaden's dragon was there, and she kind of like told Taryn about it. Taryn incinerated one of the cronies, and Jack ended up running away. It was awesome. Oren got away and he was like passed out or something. Violet let him live. Him and like 7 other people, they like broke into Violet's bedchamber. They tried to murder her, and Xaden came through, and Darna had stopped time, and she gave Violet that power for like a few moments. She was able to like save herself and run to Xaden, which saved her life. Kind of like where I'm at right now. Violet is training her ass off. Imogen, the girl that like broke her shoulders, she's helping Violet train right now. And obviously it's because of Xaden, and Xaden has someone named Liam protecting Violet right now, and I'm loving their relationship and their banter. And Liam is like spewing some things about history that Violet didn't know was factual. She had learned something else. Right now she's learning something else. I have a feeling that Violet has been ignorant, or she's been hidden away from certain knowledge, and things are not what they seem. It's sort of like Blood and Ash in a way, where Xaden and his family has kind of been wronged. If not his family, but then the kids of the people that ran the rebellion, they're just being thrown under a bus. There's kids that are born, and because their parents were a part of the rebellion, they get the mark of the rebellion and just treated so disrespectfully, and they all have to go into Beskayeth, and they all have to train to be a rider, and it just seems unfair because it's like almost like a death sentence if they don't pass, and if they're not strong enough. It just seems so unfair, and I'm really hoping for Xaden and Violet to get together, because this slow burn is torturous. It is delicious. I am loving it, and I'm really loving the fact that he's super protective over now. Mind you, it is because of his dragon's sake and his life and whatnot, but there's more to it than that. What would really make this entire book so much better, so much more delicious, is if we got his POV. I love Violet, but I wish that we had more POVs in this book. And I know I said this last night, just feel like it would give us so much more insight and so many more different sides to the story. But it is what it is. I'm really loving it, and I will check in with you guys when I have an update for you. Hello, my wonderful friends. How are we? I am still reading Fourth Wing, and I wanted to give you guys an update. I have made quite a bit of progress in this book. Right now I am on chapter 34, and I think I have less than 100 pages to go. Like literally I have this much more left, and you guys, so much stuff has happened. I've literally been at the edge of my seat reading everything that I can and just taking hit after hit, and I don't know, like it's been a crazy ass roller coaster. Violet and Xaden have gone from not kissing and just kind of like being sort of friends, I guess. Out of necessity, they've become friends because of both of their dragons, and because Xaden and Violet's dragons are mated, they're all kind of intertwined, and Violet and Xaden have been seeing more of each other, and they're having a harder time resisting each other, and it went from like some sizzling kisses to them going all the way. And then we have Violet figuring out what her power is. She can freaking shoot lightning out, and she killed Jack because Jack stabbed Liam. Right now they're having some kind of a war challenge or fight or whatever. She's with Xaden and his crew right now. It's like a final for them, and a lot of third years supposedly die and they don't make it after this is done. Violet and Xaden's relationship is to die for. I can't speak about this enough because they're just one of my favorite couples right now. Honestly, like the top 3 couples in FanRow for me, absolutely. First we have Aelin and Rowan, second we have Rhysand and Feyre, and now we have Violet and Xaden. That is all I have to say. I am having the best time in the world. I love Rebecca Yarrow's writing. It is absolutely phenomenal. I am having such a good time, and I thought it'd be fun if we hung out together while I read the rest of this book, and I can give you guys some like live reaction. So I just thought it'd be fun. But first, coffee. Cheers. It's really good. Besties, I finished Fourth Wing. Oh my god. I feel stuck right now. Like, I feel like someone hit the pause button and I just don't know how to start moving and go forward. Like, I don't know what to do with myself right now. It was so good, but I'm in pain right now because I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do right now? Like, what do I do now? You guys were not kidding when you said that this book was so good, and so many people went into a reading slump, and I refuse to go into a reading slump because this book was too good. This ignited my love for Fanro. This ignited my love for enemies to lovers. My goodness, Rebecca Yarrow's writing is freaking fantastic, and the way she did the enemies to lovers in this book, chef's kiss. Perfect. Everything was perfect. I have nothing bad to say about it. You know how I was complaining about how there was no dual POVs and how we didn't get Xaden's perspective on anything throughout the entire book? I take it back. I take it all back. Forget what I said, okay? Just forget what I said. We're gonna scrub it right out. So, okay, let me tell you guys. Let me tell you guys what I read. Okay, so some of you that bothered to watch the B-roll saw me bawling my eyes out and sobbing and sniffling or whatever. I'm gonna be playing music or whatever, so you're not gonna hear me sniffling. However, I'm sniffling throughout like the last like 60 pages, I think. So Liam dies. Yeah. Liam's dragon gets killed by a wyvern and Liam dies. And we discover something about Venin. They're like magic wielders that don't need griffins or dragons to wield their own magic. They basically siphon the magic out of, I guess, the earth or something, and they wield magic that way, or they take the magic from like other dragons and riders or something like that, and that's how they get their own magic. It's such a different way that I've seen magic systems done, so I think that's really cool. But I'm still sad Liam died. He was one of my favorite characters, and I'm just so sad. I don't understand why she would do this to Liam, because he was such a good guy. He was so sweet. Like, he reminds me of Fenris from Throne of Glass, and it's just not fair for him to have died. I'm so sad right now, and I just can't stop thinking about that. That's like the main thing that's like playing in my mind. And the fact that Violet, she was a total badass throughout the battle, and so was Xaden, and everything was just absolutely perfect. We got like the perfect fast-paced war scene, and I love a good war scene. I love a good fighting scene towards like the end of the book where the heroes and the bad guys are fighting and then the heroes win. It's all perfect. And then Violet gets stabbed by like a poisonous dagger, and she ends up using her powers to kill off all the wyvern. And then Xaden takes her to Violet's brother, Brennan, who is supposedly dead. And he's a part of the freaking rebellion, and it's just so fucking good. It's so good. I'm so happy that Brennan is alive and Violet has someone on her side, because I don't know if her sister Mira is going to be persuaded into joining the rebellion, but I love seeing that Brennan is there, and it makes me sad that Violet still loves Xaden, but she's so hurt and she's kind of like put off by him, and she's like, I will never let you into my heart, and you know, like, I still love you and I'm still gonna help you with the rebellion, but you and me, we're a no-go. And that makes me really sad, but it's understandable, and I'm sure that throughout the next few books, or maybe even the next book in Iron Flame, we're gonna see them rekindle their love, and everything is going to be daisies and flowers as much as possible. And I really can't wait to see how everything unravels for Violet's mom, and how everyone comes to find out that Venin is actually not a fable, it is actually real, and the whole rebellion thing where they killed off all of those people, like Xaden's dad and Liam's parents and all that, I feel like everyone else is going to find out about it, that the government has been keeping that big secret from them, and we're going to get a tug of war between right and wrong and how they scraped it out of existence of actually what was happening. Violet's dad, he found out about it. Violet's sister Mira, she gave back the book that she had taken out of her backpack initially before Violet came for training at Basgiath. And Violet's book, it was a little like ripped up or something at the binding because her and Xaden, when they were intimate, her lightning, it damaged some things, including that book. And there was like a slip of paper that her dad wrote for her. It says, "My Violet, by the time you find this, you'll most likely be in the scribe quadrant. Remember that folklore is passed from one generation to the next to teach us about our past. If we lose it, we lose the links to our past. It only takes one desperate generation to change history, even erase it. I know you'll make the right choice when the time comes. You have always been the best of both your mother and me. Love, Dad." There you have it, folks. So everything that was in the folklore is basically real, and Violet has to come to grasp with everything that she's learning from Xaden. And Brendan's alive, most of all. It's everything that I was looking for. It's perfect. I am so happy that I picked this book up, and I just don't know how I'm going to move past this. I'm really gonna miss the characters from Fourth Wing, and I can't wait to pick up Iron Flame, but I do think that I'm going to try my best to wait it out just a smidge because I want to be able to pick up the third book after I read Iron Flame. So we shall see how that goes, but I thoroughly enjoyed this so much. I'm so glad I picked this up. I had such a good time recording this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you will not miss any videos from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!